Hello, I'm Crickets and welcome back to I Have a Story. Today I'd like to talk about the new Scamazon delivery scam. There's so much bad to this and I'm going to try and cover a whole lot of content quickly here. Now for those of you who don't know, I would imagine a lot of people out there do, Amazon has started their own delivery service. Now there's several problems here, so many. Again, I'm going to try and cover as much content here as quickly as possible. One, is there an industry Amazon is not a part of anymore? I thought we were supposed to stop businesses from taking over everything. But yet Amazon is taking over everything and putting everybody out of a job. With the delivery service here, first they start off at minimum wage and they pay our drivers minimum wage to go deliver packages out of their own vehicle. That might sound great in a lot of ways. We're giving people jobs. Yay, right? Well, one of the problems is these are not career jobs. They're paying people minimum wage to deliver out of their vehicle. One of the issues I have here is the drivers that I've seen and had experience with here delivering. Two of them so far I've seen are foreigners that cannot speak a single word of English. I tried talking to them, and their response to me, both of them said the exact same thing. No speak Inga. Wait, what does that mean? No speak Inga. Are you trying to tell me you can't speak English? And they just nod, and then drive away in their vehicles that are smashed to hell. The one guy, his whole front end completely smashed, his windshield so spider-webbed that there's no way it could have been legal to drive that vehicle. The woman who was a foreigner that couldn't speak any English, her car was so smashed on the front end that she had to take and turn sideways in her seat, put her back to the console, and push her door open with her feet and grind past the fender. How are you driving in our country underneath English traffic laws when you can't even speak a single word of English? Now, I know that they're using technology that has a GPS through Amazon that tells them where to go, but you still have to understand our basic traffic laws. This is a big problem with, I don't expect to go to another country and be able to just drive in their country. That's why we have taxi services and people to drive us around so that we're safe in commuting. I don't expect to go to another country and expect them to cater to me. That's their country. I should cater to them and appreciate their heritage, their country, their people. Another big problem. 3 of these drivers now that I've seen have newborn babies in the back seat of their cars screaming and crying. This feels like a third world country now even more. We should not be driving around with children, babies in our car so that we can work and make money. I'm tired of this world that's just revolved around nothing but money. It's not about families. It's not about children. It's not about people. It's not about right and wrong. It's all about money. Stick around for my Seek the Lord Sundays videos because I'm going to be talking a lot more about this just with me trying to seek the Lord, and I thought greed was a sin. But let's get even deeper into this. I know from my many years of delivering pizza and being in the pizza business and managing and all that I've done in the pizza service, you have to pay for commercial insurance in order to be insured. But none of our drivers ever were because nobody could afford it. How many of these drivers are driving around with babies in their car, newborn infants, month old, 2-3 months old, delivering and not having commercial insurance? Now, a big problem, if you run into one of them and they do not have commercial insurance, at least the way it's always been in the past, I don't think it ever changes for us the people to protect us the people. It only changes to protect the rich and make them more money. If you run into an Amazon driver or a commercial driver who does not have commercial insurance, they are automatically deemed at fault, and you are off the hook, really. So if these people driving around with babies in their car get in an accident and they don't have commercial insurance, what about those babies? What about the yay, mom's out making money. All that goes right down the tubes because now mom is going to lose her life, if not her literal life, not just her financial life, but literally possibly her life, the baby's life. And the things I've seen in the medical industry, and I'll be sharing more that I've learned firsthand about how the hospital just actually, it's illegal. They can't do it, but they do. It happened to me. They'll throw you out if you don't have insurance. I've learned so much the hard way, and I'm here to try to change this world so that everybody doesn't have to learn the hard way. Another aspect of this, UPS is a career job. They pay good, and people make a career out of it. We worry about pollution and claiming that our exhaust from our cars are full of pollution, right? They're the #1 devastation to our planet. But at the same time, we're going to put more and more and more cars out there on the road delivering this stuff to create more pollution, use more gasoline. These people are putting wear and tear on our cars, on their cars, because Gretchen did such a great job over the past 7+ years of fixing our roads. A lot more to come about that in future videos. So how is it worth it for a driver to drive around for minimum wage? Don't get tips. I mean, at least with the pizza drivers, they got tips. When I delivered pizza back in the day, I averaged over $20 an hour delivering pizza. I did really well. But a big part of that is because I am very efficient and I go to work to make money, not to play games. And I turned it into a business of my own. I really feel like this is our country turning even more into a third world country. We should not have to live like this. Our system should be set so that we can live effective and efficient and not be driving around with babies in our cars. Or like the last driver who came, that she was 8 months pregnant, had a 3-year-old in the back seat of her car screaming and crying, and she was stuck in the snowbank. I had to go pull her out. This is wrong. Another big problem to this. And here you can see I pulled it up on my app. They tried getting me to advertise this on one of my apps to deliver. You can see they pay minimum wage. Another big problem I have is I didn't even know this until today when I pulled this up. Amazon does not actually even pay for their delivery fees. Their sellers pay the delivery fee, not Amazon. So why are we paying Amazon for delivery fees? Here, join our Amazon Prime network so that you don't have to pay shipping costs. Well, Amazon's not paying shipping costs anyways. Their seller this is double dipping. They're charging us for shipping and they're charging the seller to ship the item. Where is Amazon's obligation to shipping? Oh, wait, they started their own service, so now they can save even more money. And according to reports that I read, it's going to save them like billions of dollars over the next, 3 years? It will save them billions of dollars in shipping costs. Well, who's it saving? Because the seller's still selling, still paying that cost. You and I are still paying the delivery fee through our Amazon Prime memberships. What is Amazon paying for? They're just collecting more money. That's all it is. Do you think any of that? Do you think they're going to drop our Prime rates and say, hey, we're Godzillionaires. We don't even need your money anymore? No, they're just going to sit here and tell us that we need to keep paying and paying and paying while they just keep taking us to the bank. So if you can read this on the screen, I can't right now, I'm sorry. But this says that Amazon does not pay the delivery fees. It's paid by the shippers, the sellers. Here's another problem I have. I mean, it's kind of neat that they said, again, I feel like we're being treated like children here. Here, we're going to add some new features to make you feel so special. We'll let you track the driver and we'll let you see who's coming. Well, if this was the driver you saw coming to your house, wouldn't you feel a little awkward? Yeah, I made sure I was home that day. But he actually is a nice guy, and that picture isn't actually a good judgment of his character. I try to be honest about everything. He did seem like a nice guy, and I had no problem with him, but that picture didn't make me feel comfortable. But these people are godzillionaires. I mean, he's got a $500 million yacht that he destroyed a country over to build so he could have it built even cheaper so he could spend less money to have a $500 million yacht. This is where our money is going, people. This is why we pay so much. It's not because it's the cost of living. It's the cost of what rich people want to live at. He could charge so much less and let people, let the sellers, let the customer service customers have benefits, but instead all he wants to do is take us all to the cleaners. I mean, so much money. He can spend millions just in a publicity stunt. I mean, this is a complete joke. Now let's get down to a little more business here. The customer service aspect of it. I don't know about where you live, but here where we live, if you have a delivery coming today and they don't have a driver because they don't have enough drivers to fulfill their orders. If you have a delivery coming today and they don't have a driver who can bring it, or even if there's a weather, I mean, I've talked about the weather here, snowing, it's been blizzards and ice storms, and I understand that those delay shipping and delivery. But if you don't get your order today that's supposed to come today, even though it's claimed that it arrived at the Amazon distribution center, which here, from what I'm told, is just a storage unit. They just rent a storage unit, and the shipments coming into our area go into a storage unit, and then they disperse them to the drivers who deliver out of their own cars from a storage unit. That's professionalism from a multi-godzillion-dollar company? That's professionalism. Where it gets even worse. If you do not get your package today, you will not ever get it. Ever. They will keep telling you it's coming tomorrow. Oh, it's going to come the next day. Oh, it'll be here within the next couple of days. You never, ever get it. I just found out 2 days ago from the Amazon driver that when that happens, or a driver just decides, oh, I'm getting paid hourly and I'm done for the day, I'm not going to finish my route and I'm going to take the packages back, which also has happened. They send it back to the storage unit, and then they have another truck. I mean, because we're so worried about gas and pollution and natural resources and our planet, they take and ship it all the way back downstate. And then it sits down there. And you don't ever get it. Now let me share a story of a friend of mine. Her and I were talking about this I don't know, it was actually about 3-4 weeks ago. I've been planning on making this video for a while. Her husband's truck broke down, so they ordered a part for his truck. It showed that it arrived at our local distribution center. So when it arrived at our distribution center, said it'll be out for delivery today, and it didn't arrive, they kept telling him it'll be here tomorrow. And then they said it'll be here the next day. Now he is leaving and driving her car, taking her to work a half hour early so he can get to work on time. And then he gets off work, has to pick her up a half hour late. So she's spending an extra hour at work, a half hour in the morning, a half hour in the evening, so that he can drive her back and forth waiting to get the part to fix his truck. After a full month, 4 weeks, he went trying to get that part delivered. This isn't just people waiting for toys and wanting to play with their toys. This is life. People trying to get on with their life. Our miserable, pathetic, little simpleton lives, while godzillionaires only care about making more money and peeing right in our face. We are just trying to live our lives, a simple, basic life, trying to go to work. So after 4 weeks, he finally went to Napa and had Napa order the part at our local Napa parts store and got the part in 2 days and fixed his truck and finally got back on with their lives so she didn't have to keep wasting gas, wasting money, sitting an extra hour every day at work, doing nothing, twiddling her thumbs. She's done with her job, but she can't go because she's got to wait for her husband to come back and pick her up. Also, godzillionaire Bezos can make billions of dollars more. This is insanity. Insanity. So then they tried canceling that order for the part that they ordered through Amazon. But the seller wouldn't let them cancel it. They already paid for the shipping. Now they got to pay to have it shipped back. This is hurting all the little people. Only the rich god of Bezos gets to profit from this, right? And his minions underneath him who make godzillions of dollars a year. This is insanity. We need to shut Amazon down. And the only way it happens is people quit buying from them. So the seller would not let them cancel their order. And then there was a big dispute between Amazon, the seller, and the customer because that's not how business is supposed to work. That's not professionalism from a godzillion-dollar company. A man who's so rich that he can buy countries. And he's bought his way into every business on earth. Pharmaceuticals, news, car sales now. I mean, what doesn't now delivery service? What does he not? How much? How far? Well, again, our government can't even do anything about this, and this was stated a long, long, long time ago. Because here's another business Amazon's in that a lot of people I know are not even aware of. I know they're not because I've yet to meet somebody that I talk to who who knows this. Many years ago, I don't remember how long it was. I'd say probably at least 10 years ago. I don't know. It was a long time ago that our federal government decided that they were going to let Amazon, a third party, control our national secrets. The databases that our government used to hold and control, which is the only way it should be. Our government should be the only ones who have control and access to our country's national secrets. They sold that to Jeff Bezos and Amazon. And now Amazon controls all that, which cost our government money, which is our tax dollars just going out the window. Our government, our government can produce that and supply it for themselves. Where's the backdoor handshakes going on here to make Bezos even more godzillion dollars rich by controlling our national secrets? Well, how can our government go after a country or a company who has our national secrets in the palm of their hand? How can you go after those people? Because now they've got control. They've got our government by the what's the proper word that I can say on here and sound nice? Okay, they got them by the balls. I mean, that's really all it is. How can you control a company that actually has control over you because they have your data and information? And on top of that, when you have a driver come into your house, now they take pictures of your house, your property, to verify that they delivered the package, because that's verification, right? I could take a picture that I set the package down, put my phone back in my pocket, pick the package back up, throw it in my car, and take it for myself. Or, I hate thinking like a criminal, but at the same time, that's how we protect ourselves, is by thinking like a criminal. And I definitely, God, the things people can tell you, I come up with stuff that would blow movies and criminals out of the water with the things I come up with. But here's something I see in this. When you have a delivery coming today, you can follow and track the driver on the map to every stop he's going to, or she. Then I could, as just an everyday person, drive that same route, follow that driver, and go and take all those packages if I really wanted to. There's so much bad to this, so much bad to it. I feel like we're being treated like children, which is no doubt, this is why so much of this is going on. That they treat us like children because people act like children. They think the stuff is so cool, I just want to play with it. But don't understand the consequences behind all of it. Just like a kid going into a candy store, I just want to fill my mouth full of sugar. But I don't care if I get a tummy ache, if I get sick or rot my teeth out. This is wrong. And here's so many aspects of why this is wrong. How much more money do these people need to take? Oh yeah, then they're going to shut down. I mean, there's claimed they already got rid of how many of the white-collared workers that saved them hundreds of millions of dollars a year. We don't need them anymore. We've got a computer that can do it. There's talks and speculation of something like 600,000 employees that Amazon's going to be laying off and letting AI control it all. And they're supposed to be making billions of dollars more off of that if that does come true. How much money does this company need to make? Do people understand? I mean, here's another huge thing a lot of people are not aware of. During COVID, under Biden, for the first time ever in American history, ever, big business and government has more money than the people. We've always had more money than our big business and government. Now that's flipped. And they keep taking more and more and wanting more and filling their pockets with more. Well, how do we have money when they have it all? How do we have any? When is the day going to come? Because if you can't get a job, you can't work, you can't make money, they've got all the money, you don't have any. Where do we go as a country? Us, the people. I've got, again, Super Cinema Saturday coming up here pretty soon that I'm going to be showing you one of the aspects of possibilities that have been stated that what we're going to be doing as people to survive. And it is very sad. So this is all terrible, terribly wrong by a company who should have respect for us. We, the customers, used to get respected, and people, the businesses used to work for us and try to appease to us. Now they just want to pee on us, is all it is, and keep just taking more and more. And it's not going to stop until people stop giving them what they're taking. I think that's all I had to cover on this. There's probably more that'll come up to me. It usually does after I make these videos. If you like this, please like, share, and subscribe. I've got a lot more. I'm coming out this year with a whole lot more to talk about. So please stay tuned, and please, let's make this country about the people again. Not about the rich godzillionaires who just want to keep taking more and want to have this big godzillion dollar battle. Elon Musk is the richest person in the world. Now I got to try to match with him and even show off my astronomical skills. My skills of astronauts and space programs. I never even knew Amazon was even in the space program too. So how much, I mean, this is unbelievable, people. You and I are getting poorer and poorer while these people are getting richer and richer, and all they're going to do is keep funneling that downhill spiral for us and keep taking more. And we are going to keep having less.